Welcome ladies and gentlemen to the 32 Gamers YouTube channel. My name is Smitty6166 and today I bring you a random game here from the Summoner's Rift. Of course, on today's game we have got Graves, Twisted Fate, Lee Sin, Leona, Orianna versus Heimerdinger, Leona, Vayne, Udyr and Zyra. Now, this is very weird. Of course, this is a blind normal game. This is heading now towards the end of Season 3. It's only 6 days till the season officially ends, so people notice having a bit of a laugh, not really taking it so seriously. They're all starting to wind a bit down. Unfortunately, I can't... Oh, that's it, yes. Euro99 is the player today we have to thank for spectating this game off. It's going to be an interesting one nonetheless. Just waiting on the blue team's Leona to wake up and rejoin the game. Although this is going to be a weird game in the sense that both teams are running double AP, with that Twisted Fate Orianna on the blue side and Heimerdinger Zyra on the red side. And of course, both teams do lack a natural frontline tank, as Twisted Fate Gangnam Styles his way in the brush there. Thank you, Euro99. Nice to see you're still having fun. But yes, as I was saying, teams are lacking that frontline tank. The only one I can really see serving that role on both sides is going to be the Leona, and then their respective junglers to dive in afterwards, possibly initiating, and then Leona follows up. Although blue team do have the advantage of that Orianna, and the red team really have the advantage of the reworked Heimerdinger, who is absolutely devastating now with those new turrets, and being able to knock down so many at once. We're just waiting for the junglers to get underway here. Of course, the jungle changes have yet to take full effect, and the jungle can still take quite a while. And this has made quite a change from the recent tournament that went for the UK LoL community, which I live streamed on Sunday. And sadly, there was not a broadcast of that. But junglers starting off normal, whereas last time, well, during that tournament, what they used to do was they'd get the duo lane to assist them, so you'd have the blue team starting well. Lee Sin goes for a nice early gank to the top lane. Obviously, really afraid of that Heimerdinger. Twisted Fate trying to keep up, throwing those cards out, but sadly the bigger card, wild card is not going to be enough. Let's say bigger card. No, bigger card's one where you can pull the random colours and then land the shot you need. Still, the farm is going very well. Graves is doing a nice job of out farming a Vayne. If he can keep this up till the end game, it's certainly going to be a very useful thing indeed. Just trying to rearrange everybody here. Do it. And then swap those two over. As Graves does go a bit aggressive. And we'll those to the swap. And swap. There we go. Everybody's on the right place now. As Angelo Wolf on that Lee Sin is getting chased down by Udyr. Both have yet to go pick up their double buff. So obviously Lee Sin was looking for a bit of a counter jungle there. Although Win One Crash is still there. He's going in for the kill, and Angelo if actually manages to pick up. He's going to be forced to run away though. Udyr has got the double buff. So Lee Sin's come out very nicely from that. So it's going to be a nice good roll to stop him. He's still circling round, so I don't think Udyr's... No, he has just used his smoke, so he has got it. But Lee Sin isn't one to give up just yet. He actually manages to keep on the chase, even though Ralph Chen managed to pop his flash. He just needs that extra little bit of damage to land, and there we go. Manages to secure the second kill, though he is going to go down to turrets, and it's going to give Wisdoms the red and blue buff there, so Zyra's going to be at a nice little advantage in that lane over Orianna. Of course, now has the mana regen necessary to keep throwing out the vines, and of course can start laying down some burn and slow with the power of the red buff. But Luigi there on that Orianna doing a very nice job and just staying safe, staying nice and far back and just farming up quite happily. Arrow 99 now. Oh, excuse me, you're like way away. Euro99 now is going to start on that, just to pick a card desperately that he can and have Masters the same doing so. But both the owners here going for the start to the AD carry, so Graves is taking the majority of all damage, and the blue team slightly behind in this. Although they will try their best to close out the gap. Though if he's not careful, he's going to go down. That next hit from Vayne will proc the true silver bolts, but no, he does get away as they tick away, so it's not going to hurt him at all. And Heimerdinger is still laying on the pain as Angelo now looks around to Wisdoms. He wants his blue buff back. He also wants the red buff, which he worked so hard to steal. can't quite seem to land, although Luigi's trying to help out. Wisdom's actually manages now to reset the red, but it is going to be Luigi picking up the double. So definitely going to be an advantage. Though. It takes far too much damage. Meanwhile, Graves is taking a fair bit of damage from Top Sarag GG, and it's going to be Adeptus Anonymous that's going to keep on the aggression, but that the blue team Leona is still around. Udi is now going to start making his swing around to the top lane, and actually going to make his presence felt. Obviously starting to lose his edge here. Although he does go with there, goes in straight with the target stance, he does start to lock out Twisted Fate. The Twisted Fate didn't get the gold card he needs, and Area 99 is going to go down there, so Ralph Chen now onto the board with 1-on-1. Although, yeah, that's the end of Graves there. Adeptus Anonymous picking up that kill. I was going to say the player's name, but I can't. I think it's meant to be Marismoto? Marismo? Marismo? I don't know. But anyway, he does go down sadly to that level 4 Vayne, so she's going to come back into this lane with a little bit of extra gold and extra items, although she is a little bit down on CS. We'll see where she decides to go. She decides to pick up some more health pots, Dawn's Blade, sorry, the Vampiric Scepter and Boots, so whereas Grace is opted to go for some nice mana regen, Vayne obviously decided just doing raw attacks and saving her abilities for later is going to be the better game plan here. Area 99 though is behind in that top lane against Heimdinger, as he doesn't have the assist. He does have the farm though, but not really enough to warrant the assist that Heim got earlier for the Ude Slay. Currently sitting at the roughly about the 7-minute mark now. Everyone's just farming up rather nice. Everything's been very well so far this game. It's been quite a passive game. There's been a few kills here and there, but of course players have been itching to get their teeth into a decent fight though. These sort of champions aren't really set up for a laning game. It's only really the Graves Leona, Vayne Leona in bot lane that's making its presence known. Of course being very aggressive though. Lee Sin has done a fantastic job so far for the blue team, picking up 2 kills for his side and Oriana picking up the 1. And as a nice little mirror here, it's going to be the mid lane Zyra picking up 2 and Udyr picking up 1 for the red team. But of course Vayne picked up 1 a few moments ago and is actually getting ahead of Graves as Luigi gets caught out by the Zyra Stranglethorns, although the command shockwave does come out, but sadly it's not going to be enough. Wisdoms does pick up the kill, but sadly the double buff wore off, so there's going to be no red blue Zyra in that mid lane. Meanwhile, Adeptus Anonymous using those Vayne mechanics beautifully there, tumbling into the fight, using that extra attack damage to start laying down the pain, but sadly not getting in range to you, well, not really using Condemn to its full effect. Of course, if you tumble and Condemn, you can really do something out here. Meanwhile, though, Heimdinger is now becoming the subject of yet another gank. Is it going to be another Lee Sin kill, or is he going to hand it over? Nope, Lee Sin is going to take it, but it's going to be forced to back away from that super mega Daffy turret. But it will go down to a blue card by Twisted Fate. Meanwhile, though, Graves is going to start farming up these minions in the bot lane. He's been heavily pushed in. Vayne is doing a fantastic job of leveling out the farm game, which is keeping her in this, and the kill is keeping her ahead. Though both Leona's doing a very comical job here of both diving in on the opposing AD carries. Although Udo is around, she does go down, the Topo does go down to a smoke bomb there from the pool party Graves, but Adeptus Anonymous isn't going to give up this fight just yet, and actually goes in for 1. Can she make it 2? No, Ralph Chan takes the 2nd. Still not bad, it is a 2-for-1 trade there. Both the AD and support went down on blue, and it was the support that went down on red, so very nicely played by her. Luigi, though, is taking a fair bit of damage to Wisdoms, who's laying out the absolute damage of a lifetime there, using those plants that she can plant as Zyra to her fullest effect. And the abilities therein, of course, using the Strangle and Spitter Vines. Meanwhile, though, W1 Crash is trying very hard to keep back from TF, using using his revamp and the rework that was done so the turrets become super effective. Although against the Twisted Fate, you're not really going to have the time of your life, of course, because you'll need the mana regen, whereas TF can just blue card down your wonderful turrets and happily stack those up. Of course, his gold passive being tweaked as well, allowing him to get whatever he needs. So Graves and Leona are now back in this lane. They're trying to push the aggression down onto Leona. Graves has only just now taken the level 6, used the last champion to do so, I believe. Yes, he is. He was the last champion to take over, so he's obviously playing behind very badly. He needs to play a little bit of catch-up. He might be safe on me as Wisdom's now picks up the 4th kill of today, or in his lane, and for his day, so he's doing very well. Aaron99 though is now on the defensive. He's trying to look for that gold card. Actually manages to land it, so when I use this time to run away, Lee Sin calls missing there. I heard that Zyra isn't going to be there for much longer. Looks to do a little bit of counter jungling. He's obviously hovering around. He's waiting for an opportunity to do so, but he's not going to get it at this moment in time. Hamidung is quite concerned as well. Udyr is just going to sit in that top rush. He's going to farm up the golems. He's now going to rotate round. Of course, he will be spotted out by wards, so Lee Sin will know where he's going. He's actually going to go around for a countergate there, as you can see on the minimap. So he is going to look for the opportunity to do so, but no, instead he's going to start attacking the wolf camp, and Udyr is going to start doing his wraith camp. So this game still very sensitive at the minute. The jungle is making all the plays, of course, as are the supports. Well, the supports really just diving onto the AD carries in this, whichever support can lay on the most first. As Adoptus Anonymous goes aggressive and gets a killing spree here. Now it's going to be 2v1 versus Leona, but Leona's still quite a tanky champion, regardless of what way you want to play her. So Venus is going to top up her minion kill count and actually keep her lead against Graves very nicely extended as W1 Crash still trying to use those turrets to their full effect and try and out-farm Sister Fate, though I don't think it's going to really work. And everybody's just now waiting for that moment. Although Piranha is looking for it. Does take a lot of tumble damage there. Actually dives in with the Zenith Blaze. Angela Wolf comes around as well, so it could be the end of Adeptus and almost uses that condemn to get away, which is very nicely played, obviously holding out and using it as an escape rather than an engage mechanic. And no, as Piranha goes in yet again with the Zenith Blade, and Topsox tries her best to stun everybody out, but it is going to be Top Sarag who goes down, and it's going to be Angela Wolf on the attack, but he's taking so much damage from that Vayne. Leona doing a fantastic job of keeping him at bay, and Vayne is going to be forced to halt here, though she does dive in. She could pick up Angela Wolf rather nicely, but she'll have to withdraw now with their Graves coming back, and he's come back with a BF looking for a nice early bloodthirster. Certainly going to be dealing out a lot more damage than Vayne can with a Bilgewater Cutlass. So, sitting here at the 12.5 minute mark now, reaching 15. It is currently 16.1 to 16.7 in favour of the red team. They are 9 kills to 6 right now, and they are certainly starting to make their presence felt. Justify has got Ishin looking to build a Lich Bane. We have got Heimerdinger looking to build his stacking his Sword of Goddess, possibly going to go for the Archangel's Staff. Lee Sin has finished off his first little item of Wriggle's Lantern. Sadly, Udyr has yet to go and build here, as Adeptus Anonymous now goes on the aggression, gets caught in the solar flare. It's going to get bashed out desperately by Zenith Place, but picks up one. Can she pick up a second? Wait for Tumble to come off the cooldown. All we need is Top Strike to land that Zenith Blade, but sadly it's not going to be the case. Heimerdinger takes a lot of damage as well in that top lane. Udyr is taking a lot of damage as well. I don't know where that came from. I guess he wants to go ahead and gank mid. But he has now got his Spirit of the Ancient Golem item now. Angela Wolf now going to take his blue knight, hand it over to Orianna. Orianna, of course, can cycle around and take the red team's golems. As Twisted Fate still sustaining very well in this lane. He's 81 CS. He's the second highest in the game so far. Orianna is ahead on 85 and climbing. So could see the nice perfect farm of 100 before 20 minutes. Before even 18 actually, if the rate of farm from Orianna keeps on increasing. She of course has got Chalice for Harmony and will be looking to build the ever brilliant Athene's Unholy Grail. And Zyra's going Spell Pen already, has got that. The Angry's Torment, so looking to bank those fights worthwhile. The AD cows, of course, go down to separate routes. We've got Graves going down to the Bloodthirst route, whereas Vayne wants lifesteal attack speed with that Blade of the Ruined King. And the supports, being supports actually, both gone for GP10 though. The blue team Leona is actually gone for a slightly more optimised build, forgone her boots, and actually has gone for wards, and looking to build, I would want to say, the Aegis of the Legion, because she has got that rejuvenation, beat cloth armor, but couldn't quite afford the Emblem of Valor. So, everyone is just going to sit and farm up. Everything is going nice. Swimmingly, Oriana is going to pick up the 100 CS count at around about the 15-minute mark, so very nicely done by her. Of course, Heimerdinger now has that Fiendish Codex. He's got a couple of wards and some health pots on his way back as well. Twisted Fate now looking for Lichbane. Himself has got the Fiendish Codex, so he's going to be doing quite a lot of damage every time he throws out his pick card, or even when he picks whatever one he wants. It's going to proc it, so when he lands that gold card, it's going to hurt. Of course, when he lands a red card, it's going to hurt even more. A blue card means he's just going to get a nice big chunk of mana regen. Still waiting for any aggression to come out here. Nobody's gone for Dragon yet either. It's currently the 16-minute and nobody has gone for Dragon as such. As Leona goes diving in, but Moto does a very nice job there of sidestepping out the way, though. Piranha takes a lot of damage as she does go down. I know she does pick up a kill, but it is going to be Adeptus Anonymous who goes unstoppable. Twisted Fate now comes in with that Destiny, but sadly not really where he needs to be. He needs to be in the spotlight, and Adeptus Anonymous is going to go down. No! Moto actually, briefly after the attack there, he almost went down. Wisdoms actually takes a lot of damage as well. Lee Sin is rotating around, sees her with the wall, and actually pops the safeguard so that way he can land it. And there we go, takes down Williams rather nicely there. He's actually going to start dancing around the undead Zyra as she looks to land it, but sadly, nope, not going to be the case. She is going to go away. Notice that Rauchen is there. He hasn't really got the health for it, so he's going to recall. But Rauchen knows that he's there because the ward was placed, but obviously thought he was going to cut him off. Rotates around, knows that he isn't there now, and actually backs away. 099 though, looking to backstab this Heimerdinger. Has readied the gold card, looking for the chance to go over. Sadly, isn't going to get it at this rate. So he's going to be forced to back out. Lee Sin's now going to dive up to the mid lane here. And all in all, this game is now starting to settle down. Lee Sin's looking out to build that brutalizer, or Luigi and 099 now do both come around to this game. Definitely going to go to very late, especially as both teams are running sort of a double AP comp. One's better suited for a team fight, the other one's more suited to a 4v5 and then try and split push with someone like Heimerdinger, and or even actually going and Zyra pseudo support along with Leona to keep the Vayne alive. Vayne of course can do a phenomenal amount of damage when you don't expect it. Of course we have to wait to see where things go. Both enemy characters of course have finished their first major item. Oh, excuse me, yawning yet again. That of course being Bloodthirst plays the room here respectively as Adeptus Anonymous goes diving and manages to pick up a nice kill there. With the final hour ticking away, he's in a nice bit of extra attack speed and attack damage to pick it up. So Rauchen and W1 Crash now pick up their first turret of the game. And it's going to give them the gold lead they're going to need. They are now 1,000 gold ahead on the red side. But it's only been 3 kills on a turret that's keeping them ahead. It's the fantastic farm from the blue team from the start of the game that has kept them in this so far. Of course, as Piranha goes diving in onto Top Strike goes diving in onto Piranha. Sadly though, that is not going to stop you from Leona, from Vayne rather, who does pick up a kill. Luigi does go down in the mid lane to Rauchen, who is now on a killing spree at 3-1. Angelo Wolf does look for the vengeance, actually tries to do a fair bit of damage, but it's not going to be enough. Adeptus Anonymous does have a lot of damage behind him, even though the play of the Rune King doesn't look like it's going to be enough. And it is going to be a very deadly Sin. And now she's going to hang back and is actually going to farm out that minion move a little bit. And we have Ude come in and secure the second turret. So two turrets down now for this red team. Now currently 3k gold ahead. And it's 9 kills, 15 in favour of the red team, 9 for the blue. So doing a very nice job there. It's W1 Crash and Rauchen now take the dragon down at the 19 minute mark, so he will be up at around about the 24-25 minute mark if I remember correctly. But it was very nicely well played. Then they pushed in top lane, pushed in bot lane as well, and once bot lane went down, decided to push in for the dragon. Now they could actually decide to rotate around, all push in mid and try and force something out here. They could do it, of course. If they do, they'd probably be overextending themselves. They have no more health pots. Well, Heimerdinger still has health pots as does Zyra, but beyond that, they really haven't got a lot. left here, and everybody's now starting to get their boots. Everybody's on basic boots apart from Orianna and Vayne. Both of them have gone for their sort of lane respective boots, I suppose. So you've got Spell Pen boots coming out on Orianna and Berserker boots on Vayne. Vayne has now got her Phantom Dance, which is ahead of Graves remarkably. Although she does go on the aggression here. She is currently 8-1. Looks for that one last kill. She does need it, and there we go. Picks it up rather nicely. Now Phantom Dance now certainly proving its worth. They're picking up a nice big chunky crit there, 250 HP a pop. And now Ralph Chen versus Area 99. Up in that top lane, no, it's going to be Heimerdinger versus Lee Sin out in the river, and now they move their fight over to the jungle. W1 Crash tries to blind the blind monk, but sadly it's not going to work. Though it does a very smart job there. Punks the turrets down to keep Area 99 at bay. Ralph Chen now running around as well in that Tiger Stance, looking for the opportunity. Now switches to the bear. Now starts giving the account. W1 Crash secures the kill there. So even if Luigi kills Ralph Chen, it's not going to do much but other than allow W1 Chen to secure the kill. It is now currently 2 for 1 up there though. Lee Sin is going to go down soon enough if he isn't careful. W1 Crash trying to throw out the blinding bomb, so Wisdoms is actually coming around and does a very nice job and gives him the bitch slap of a lifetime as Adaptus Anonymous goes unstoppable on that Vayne. She's really going to have to be shot down, otherwise there is going to be no way to stop her. We're not even hit the end game phase yet. Well, already she's doing a phenomenal damage. Wisdom though does come around, does lock her up and gives the ace over to W1 Crash. So very nicely played there by the red team, picking up a nice early ace at the 21 minutes. And this bot lane duo of Vayne Leona is pushing in so hard right now. Currently they have the 2 turrets in there, looking for the inhibitor turret and the inhibitor soon after. I would reckon though W1 Crash is also going to start pushing in that top lane. Mid lane has yet to be pushed, so the red team really needs to do something about it, of course. Because if they are not careful, the blue team will decide to push in the mid lane, and that will be the problem here, as they will have no option but to push in the mid and stop the minions from winning the game for the blue team. Although they have got red team have got a dragon. It's going to be up shortly, and now it's going to be Heimerdinger left all alone versus Anthony Wolfers. Lee Sin does go in for the dive here, actually starts laying down the law there. Area 99 comes out as well, looks for the gold card, locks up W1 Crash rather nicely. The super turret is doing a fair amount of damage, but sadly it's not going to be enough. And it is going to be Angelo Wolf going to clear up this wave along with Area 99. They're going to continue their charge up to the top of the mid lane, possibly, and start rotating around, whereas Ghost and Orianna now are going to be pushed 4v2, so they're going to be in dire straits if they're not careful. So they are definitely going to look out for it. Currently we are sitting at the 23-minute mark. It is 29.3k to 36k. 36k in favour, of course, of our red team. They are 10 kills ahead, 21 to 11, and 3 turrets up to 0. So doing a very nice job here. And they are starting to do what they need to do to start winning out this game. Of course, they've already pushed 2 lanes in quite heavily. Bot lane pushed into an inhibitor, top lane pushed in to the outer turret. Items wise, now Vayne looking to build that Infinity Edge. Graves has only just got his heal, but that's probably going to go to Static Shift to help with the wave clear and the situation his team is in. Really don't need super crit damage from him right now, just need some way to lock him out, lock out the waves and stall them as best he can. Meanwhile though, of course, we've got Fate on Lich Bait. We've got Lee Sin looking to build Black Cleaver, do a phenomenal amount of just auto attack damage on its own. We've got Orianna now with the Blast Roll looking to build a Rebel's Death Cap at some point. I would think though, now everyone's going to stack up here. It's going to be 5v5 in the mid lane. It's going to be interesting who engages on who first. Of course, both teams lack any frontline tank other than junglers and supports. So they'll be looking for some sorts of engage. And as they gauge up here, the item's still not looking great. Leona on the blue side is looking to start her Aegis first. So on the right side, they already have it in Ude, who actually now starts off this fight. It switches stances rather quickly. He's forced to go from Tilt, Tiger, and Bear and rotate all the way around. So Adoptus Anonymous does pick up the first kill. Very nice shockwave from Orianna there to keep everyone pinned back, but it does mean the end of Twisted Fate. Although Orianna is going to start taking damage there from Ude, who is forced to pop the Tilt stance and shield himself from it. And nicely played here by the red team. Angelo Wolf though finds Wisdom's out in the back. All Halosum does a very nice job of stunning him up and locking him up. And now Vayne comes in as well and does a very nice kill down into the top jungle and actually picks up the kill there to go godlike. Currently 12-1, so very nicely done by her. Zyra seeks to recall there, sitting on a nice little throne there of creepy looking branches, of course, for the Harrowing. Dragon is up in a few seconds at the 25-minute mark, so he's going to be up nice and early. And in terms of items, of course, now Heimerdinger has got the Deathfire Grasp, which is a very nice item to have for Heimerdinger. Of course, everyone gets too close, you can deal a nice bit of potent damage, and then your turrets do the majority of the work. Red team now, though, going to circle around and pick up their second Dragon ult the game so far, so very nicely played for them. And the items are still currently in the build. Twisted Fate tried to steal it across with any card, but sadly not going to be enough. The Dragon right in the middle between two cards, so not going to take any damage from it. Una looking for assistance, obviously wondering what this looks. Well, is it looking for blue buff? Sorry, my mind is starting to wander. The blue team is doing a very nice job here, trying to keep their heads in the game. They are very far behind, mind you. They are currently down 9,000 gold, but they are doing a phenomenal job in the farming district. Of course, we've got Orianna, who is leading quite a fair distance away from Zyra. Twisted Fate is even on Heimerdinger, but it's sadly Grace and Lee Sin who are the letdowns here. Only just reached over the 100 mark, whereas Vayne and Udyr have been over the 100 mark for quite some time here. As Interpretus now goes on the charge, manages to get one there in the form of Twisted Fate, looks for two in the form of Lee Sin. He gets it by tumbling away and flashing back in again. Trying to get back into the auto attack range before something bad really did happen, as Mrs. Moto does go down. Or is it Marcy Moto? It could be Marcy Moto. But anyway, Luigi and Piranha, the only two champions left for the blue team. If not careful, they are going to get aced again here as Ralchain now goes in the aggression as everybody gets lash pointed, but everyone does get caught in that wonderful command shockwave. But Wisdoms does pick up the kill on Orianna now as Piranha left, taking quite a lot of damage and does get killed off by the Zyra passive. Of course, when she persists after death, she does a true damage spear. So now top strike GG and Ralchain start digging away at the tower here. They're going to take it down nice and quick. I wouldn't be surprised if the blue team surrendered, of course. They've now lost all their lanes. They are now, well, I say they've lost all their lanes. Top lane still has the inner tower left, but that could soon go down, of course. That big minion wave is coming around. Udyr and Leona looking to rotate in that general direction. Leona's looking just to wall back, wall up, make sure Baron Pit doesn't get sneaked away from them. And various other bits. So currently, item-wise, Lee Sin's come back with the Black Cleaver. We can see that Twisted Fate is looking to build Nash's Tooth. Get some attack speed out. Starts doing some nice little bit of damage down to Dumpster's Anonymous. So, play the Rune King, quite clearly beats Lichbane. And it is going to be a very close shutdown there for Angelo. So, obviously, has got the damage there on Lee Sin, but not quite enough, of course. Vayne just died, can go back and buy whatever items she needs. Command Shockwave again comes out from Luigi, but it's not going to be enough as Luigi flash stuns, picks up the kill rather nicely there in that bear stance, continues to assault a Tiger. And there we go, there is the surrender out from Blue Team. So a nice short game there. GG, well played by all. So anyway guys, I hope you liked that lol cast. Sorry if it was a solo one this week, I was recording a little bit earlier than I normally would. Remember to like, favorite, subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz. And I will see you all next time.